Welcome to another video on my Raspberry Pi 3 connected to a PiXtend PLC, Programmable Logic Control. Last time I primarily focused once again on RS232 right here, connected to two oscilloscope probes. I was focused on getting signals transferred one side to another and vice versa, and in the end trying to get digital signal working via the Pi Auto tool. That didn't work then, since now I have switches set for 5 volts for digital input, and I prepared a switch. I came to the realization that it won't work in this way. Anyway, I did something else as well, because I kept suffering from power reset. So I put a connector to the wires. So with this set on, I can now connect it and it won't fail again. If so, I can be able to do a lot of things. With network cable attached, and before I forget, I want to connect the HDMI cable as well for the monitor. So let me just do that. See whatever result it gives. And then it's time to, for the first time really, put it in. That should give a very good result. Well, this at least does. The monitor, to my surprise, doesn't show anything. Last time at start it did do good, and in the end it didn't. So why that is, I don't know. But let's see on the software side what I can do and how to solve things. So now this is now the new connection, as you saw, but now you see also the breadboard, and that is for this digital input, 5 volts input, digital 10, switch and LED to see that there is indeed a signal. So this goes from plus and this goes to minus. Then right here the same idea. So plus versus minus, the same kind of connector as on the power for the PiXtend, with in this case a 5 volts power, which by the way I also use for other projects. So pressing right here, you can see that it is positive. So now yeah, well, obviously oscilloscope RS232. Rest I can of course set, and let me do that right away. A signal for digital input. and that is very digital right now. And this is DC, so why it is like that is at the moment a mystery to me. This should be just 1 voltage. Pressing, this is pressing, and this is not pressing. So actually this is not quite an okay switch. Let me change it for another switch. And that doesn't matter. So I will assume that the result is because of the signal or the digital input, which is quite strange, I think, but okay, this is only input. Time base is 1 millisecond. Why will this be? Alright, let's anyway check the serial. I also have, well, this is minicom, as you can see. This is the SSH terminal, PX Auto for testing the digital input, which I now have. Then on the VNC via the network, a Python program for serial output, and this is running the serial output. So let's start it. Then let's run this, although nothing is to be seen. And I have to check here for the right value. So that is 1, and that is now both 10 volts. This one has to be 5 volts because this is on 5 volts. Okay, let me check here. No, on serial port. That is correct. That is completely correct. As yet, nothing is happening. What does it do? It writes, but I don't get anything. Alright, nothing out of the ordinary there. Let me now keep this running and at the same time run PX Auto. So I am alright. Digital input. Now, right. If this is digital input, I should be able to press it to get something. So why do I get digital input here while it would be digital output? So that's a bit strange. Let me see what happens when I say digital output. If I say true. What happens? Well, really nothing. This is just connecting both. So if this would be output, then this would flash because it's 5 volts. No, that's not it. In my reasoning. And here I can't set this because this is input. And this is not changing. So, alright, if I say this is not digital 10 but digital input 0, I'm fine with that. But still, it says nothing. It says 0. Alright, let me reconnect the wire then. That can be a problem as well. I admit it's not the best wire. Once again. I can't set it, but it is not giving anything. Alright, let's see how to go on. And now I'm getting a very weird thing. What I have done is connecting a wire, this yellow one, to the oscilloscope, to the actually incoming power, and this wire is now the wire over the resistor on the other end of the switch. The weirdest thing is now that this signal has a limit of 100 volts now. So this should be 100 volt? I don't think so, because the power supply is set to 5 volts. So this can't be true. Now, to eliminate any confusion, I am removing the contacting, and you see that it is still the same. So if I now push the switch, then it is leveled to 0. So that in itself is correct. However, why is this such a signal? Why isn't this DC? Why is this a block? That is very strange. So I am now removing this probe, and I am touching the connector I made, or I can better touch it here. It's the same thing, and that's the same signal indeed, coming from the voltage. Okay, and reconnecting to the wire. At least that's the idea. So this is 10 volts. This is 10 volts. This is set to 100 volt. One cell is 100 volt. So this should be a blockchain of 120 volts. I don't think so. It's 5 volts. It is set to 5 volts output. If it would be 100 volts, several of my projects would have been gone up in smoke. and this is still set to 5 volts. So pressing the switch draws this signal to 0, which is correct, but this, I don't know what it is, but I don't like it. So I'm not reading it. Can I use it anyway within Python to read something digital? That should be alright. That should be possible. So for now, let me test the rest. Opening a new tab and start minicom. Well, this works, but as the wrong baud rate, and pressing here doesn't do a thing, which is exactly like last time. Then this should read. So now I am starting this program, reading. Let me move it here. This doesn't do a thing again. So quit, and once again edit and comment. Now the writing section, and uncomment and go, and there you have it. And this is incoming with respect to the PiXtend. And here you see the last block constantly changing, while this says new line and carriage return, and this says just 9 bytes written. So with speed etc. set, still at a loss. Anyway, what to do next? Well, like I said, finding a way to programmatically read input, digital input. Alright, like I said, programming digital input. According to the library, I should make an instantiation of digital input 0, and I name it digital input underscore in. Then, since this is repeated, this part is repeated endlessly, I enter here if digital input is 1, then print on, if not, print off. So let me shut this up. So let's run it and see whatever happens. Digital is off, and it stays off. So it should read a digital switch, like it's 5 volts, but there is a signal anyway. So this is not really my idea. the LED blinks, so it gets a very nice signal. And it's not pulse width modulation, it's just some, well, let's say 3.5 volts. It may be, and that's of course a point, that it needs 5 volts to be registered as 1, because the jumper is set to 5 volts. That is another thing. But then again, this is set to 100 volts. So that is something that I don't really trust. And this one is being set to 5 volts, is 3 volts. So if it is not 5 volts, it is off. Could be. Then again, it is the signal that is passed on here has no delimitation. It is not via the resistor, but neither is this signal. It's on this side of the resistor. So the question is, should I use a different switch? Very good question. But what is the answer? Okay, let me do it this way. Same thing, of course. How can it be different? So this is, yeah, and since I am not getting an error message, I assume that this is correct. So, where to go from here? And now it gets totally ridiculous, because I took this wire out of digital input 0 and look at the oscilloscope. So this is input signal, this is output signal to digital 0. Makes no sense at all. So I am now reconnecting it. So whatever it is, whatever I do not understand, let me see whatever I can get out of it. A slope, yeah, alright. Or pattern, no. A slope, and I want it on channel 3. Or let it be channel 4. Doesn't matter. And this must be again channel 1. So no matter, I have to find out how to measure voltages. I could put a multimeter on it to make sure it's 5 volts, but otherwise, like I said, other project would have been blown away, gone up in smoke, if it hadn't been 5 volts. And I've used it for other projects, for more than one project. and they are 5 volts critical. 5.5 volts is poof. So this is a bit odd, to say the least. Can I do this for other inputs as well? Yes, of course, but it doesn't matter if this doesn't work, the others won't probably work either. So where to go from here? And that is a brilliant question. To which I do not have at this moment the answer, unfortunately. Is it digital? Well, apparently it is digital, but and in the manual they also say, well, you can use this for a switch. Well, this is a switch. One pole on one and one pole on the other side. And this is the correct schematics. This works, so yes, it works. Okay. Let me end this now, and for next time I know what to find out. So, with this extension of functionality, or intended as such, 5 volts input, although the oscilloscope tells something different, digital input, and improved power. I say thank you for watching. Oh yeah, let me show you the screen, which has not gone from inactivity. So whatever is shown, that's not being clear. Terminal, yes, but keyboard didn't even work. No, I'm not going to test that one. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and give the video a thumbs up. Leave a comment or suggestion. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Please show your appreciation by making a donation via either PayPal or Wired. You can also choose to become a patron and have your name mentioned. All information about donation and my other projects and this project under this video. For now, yeah, this is to be continued, obviously. Have a nice day and bye bye.